So I said I hope it's good.
I wouldn't trust you.
I should have worn earrings.
Worn earrings to pick up ice cream? Pick up pizza?
To go live. Hey, Allison. How am I gonna know when the food is ready?
Well, I'll go check in 10 or 15 minutes.
Okay. Hey, Andrew. What's going on, guys? I need some gum.
It's okay, you can eat pizza. Parmesan.
Hey, Risa Cup.
Sandwich.
I really can't see that well. Gab? My glasses are not
Can
working.
you see if you go like this?
Are you guys doing the challenge, letting someone before you pick your meal? Oh, no. That would be cool. No, we're not in a drive-thru. We just ordered dinner.
I don't think I would like that.
I don't think I'd care. I think it's really cool.
It's easy for you.
Yeah, we're just picking up dinner and decided to go live, you know what I'm saying? Like, season 7 is here when we're trying to have more content. Hey, Marlon. Hey, Wesley. Wesley Myrtle. Haven't heard from you in a long time. So what's everybody up to? What do you guys want us to talk about? We want to talk about something spicy. Larry and Rudy After Dark is supposed to be about spicy stuff.
Who said that?
It's called Larry and Rudy for After Dark for a reason. It's when all the kids go to bed. And we could talk about what we want to talk about. That's what it's supposed to be about. Was watching something else and clicked on the notification as it came up. That's what I'm talking about. That sounds good, Andrew. How is it in Jamaica? Is it really hot? I can't wait to go to Jamaica.
Yeah, I thought about it the other day.
I can't wait. Literally cannot.
I just need warm weather.
I just want to book. Like, I think we're going to book our tickets sometime in September.
Yeah?
We're going to figure that joint out. Yeah. Especially since Travelocity now has payment plans, which they didn't have 8 years ago. I'll tell you that. Same here. I was watching something when I saw this notification. Oh, you guys are the best. It's hot, but not bad. Love the Puerto Rico vlogs. Oh, Risa Cup, we got more to come, girl. Risa Cup. I like calling you Risa Cup.
Risa Cup's a cool name.
Yeah. Speaking of the Puerto Rico vlogs, I was a little embarrassed to post some of them because I was like, man, everybody's gonna be judging me so hard. Oh my god, lucky it's been in the hundreds all week. Hundreds in California? California!
Oh my god.
It's blazing over here in Cali. Yeah, see, I remember where you live, girl. Hey, Shanice, what's going on, girl? We were just talking. Yeah. No judgment. It was a much needed girls trip. All good. I'm glad you said that. Hey, Dupe. Hey, and vacation in Grenada, but had to turn it. Oh, you on vacation in Grenada? How's Grenada?
Yo, I want to go there.
Kelly Way said, let them judge. Good evening. Hey,
That's
Stephanie.
What I said. I said, let them figure it out.
You had a great time. But you guys haven't seen them. I'm not going to say nothing else. But thank you, guys. Thank you. No judgment here. You were having fun. You deserve it. Thank you. Feels so good. So if you hear me say it a lot in the vlogs, which you will, I actually had to cut out an entire segment of me talking about how judged I will be. It's the guilt. Like, honestly, so just a little backstory, just for 1 minute. I had never been to a club before going to Puerto Rico. I'd been to lounges, either for photography or for Vanessa's birthday earlier this year, but I had never been to a club. And I went to like 17 different clubs in Puerto Rico in the span of 3 days. So, that kind of just like, I just kept hearing all this stuff in my ear. What's going on? What's discussion tonight? You guys are picking the discussion. Keep up the good work, guys, and stay blessed in the name of Jesus. Just about to leave work. I, too, enjoy the Puerto Rico vlog. Enough love. You about to leave work? Well, it's good that you got a job. That's very good. You're just beautiful and saved, honey. That's all right. Thank you. You already know I say ignore them. Yes, Shanice wanted me to turn off the comments on the vlog.
Yeah, but what about what I've been saying?
What?
Everything.
Wait, what?
About the Puerto Rican vlogs, telling you not to worry.
Yeah, but Rudy, that's you. Like, you're my husband. You're supposed to say that.
No. You can't think of it like that, because then when I do say something like that, it's
No.
and it shouldn't.
When you say something and then somebody else says the same thing, that's called reassurance. Yeah, that's what that is. I'm not dismissing what you said, but to hear somebody else or other person say it, it's reassuring. It's nice. So what spicy stuff we gonna talk about? Hey! Ray's here. Rudy always laid back. Yeah, Rudy always mad laid back. He mad chill. It's been 5 minutes. You think the food is ready?
No. You ordered the food outside the spot.
So
How would it be ready or not traveling?
Oh my god. I should turn this one on. Oh, there's a little more illumination. So yeah, guys. Oh, question. I hope it's not too much. Go ahead, girl. Ask away. Pregúntanos, por favor. How do you say ask in Creole?
Mandem no.
Mandem no. Where are you guys? Planet Pizza? How did you know? Yeah? Did you see a Planet Pizza sign somewhere? How did you know we're at Planet Pizza?
She's right there.
We actually haven't been to Planet Pizza in a little bit. It's been a little while. Yeah. Because, like, the cheese, I've been trying to stay away from cheese, and, you know, Planet Pizza, they known for their cheese, girl. So, yeah, I'm going to disregard all of those things tonight, and I'm going to blow up the whole bedroom. Rudy said, we got Pepto-Bismol if you need it. Yes, you were 3 months behind. So I'm really surprised that, you know. Well, we must have mentioned Planet Pizza at some point. Where's Stephanie's question, though? Girl, estoy esperando.
Yeah.
How do you keep your intimate relationship strong?
Oh, man, I don't know.
Well, if you take a girl's trip to Puerto Rico for 3 days and you come back, you gonna want your man. Yo, the Puerto Rico high is still here. The only reason why, I mean, it's been on the low for like the past week and a half because I've been so work focused and like driving myself crazy that, you know, like the intimate part of my brain is not really doing what it's supposed to be doing because I'm so focused and work driven right now. But I was on a high. I'm telling you, like, as soon as I came back from Puerto Rico, I just could not take my hands off Rudy. Before Puerto Rico, I don't know. I feel like we've answered this question a bit, but it's really tough when you got kids and you're married and you're business owners and stuff like that, and you have work and you're tired. It's hard, but I think just keeping a mental note that intimacy is absolutely important, that kind of drives the intimacy. Like, that's what drives it for me anyway.
I don't know. I think there are certain things that you do to... You sacrifice a few things. Like, for example, like, let's say we were working on stuff for work or whatever. You just kind of just drop it. You're like, hey, I have 1 more hour of this to do, but I just don't feel like it right now. I'm not going to do it because I want to just spend time with you. Yeah, I might get scolded at work, or yeah, you know, I might be an extra hour of work the next time I have to work, but it will be worth it because now I'm going to spend time to make sure that I have a complete hour of time to be with you.
Yeah, but I feel like for females it's a little bit more difficult because if I have something pressing and something that's stressing me out, I can't turn it off. Like, I can't turn off my brain.
That's different. I was just saying that kind of off of what Stephanie asked, you know, how we, but for something like that, I would still sacrifice the hour to see if I could, you know, work with you, help you, or if you just drop where you're working, you're feeling stressed out, to work on trying to get you to feel the opposite of that. So that's still an hour worth, like, well spent, even if it's a difficult task.
All right, so Kelly is totally off topic from what we're talking about now. What we were talking about before was Planet Pizza, and she said the name Planet Pizza irritates me because in Toy Story it's Pizza Planet.
Yeah.
And this is God's Baby's first Tide Family Live. It's so funny. We're not Tide family anymore. Ah, we're Larry and our Rudy.
Yeah, but we're still the Tide family.
Planet Pizza sounds better. Pizza Planet sounds better. Yeah, it does. Oh gosh. Somebody's pregnant, not I. Hey, Serenity Cox. What if either one of you were not a virgin? Would you or would you not be comfortable when it comes to intimacy if you were not a virgin and the other is? Well, one of the prerequisites for any guy who was going to date me and marry me was for him to be a virgin. Like, I was a stuck-up 18-year-old in that sense, and I wasn't willing to be with someone who was not a virgin because I know the way that I am and I know the trust issues that I have, and I personally cannot be intimate with someone knowing that you've had others. Like, I'm just gonna think about that all the time. So I don't know, like, if you know, this is why it's so important to have those conversations on like the first 2 dates at least. Like, are you a virgin? So that I know that I don't want to. But then again, like, if you're okay with it, it's fine too. I mean, not every Christian couple is gonna be like virgin and virgin. So
yeah, not every.
yeah, but I'm guessing you're having some personal issues, girl. You know we ain't got no judgment here. So, like, if you're a virgin, Stephanie, and you're with a guy who's not a virgin and he wants to be intimate,
Watch yourself.
message me. I mean, I don't want to put your whole business out there for everybody listening, but you know, I'll let you talk. I'll let you talk, and then I'll say what I was gonna say.
Okay.
How could you really know for sure they're a virgin? It's trust. You have to trust the person. Like, how do I know that Rudy doesn't have a baby mama out there somewhere? You know? How do I know that Rudy doesn't have some girl in Haiti who, you know, is talking to him all the time? Like, it's just trust. You have to trust. If you say you're a virgin, I'm going to believe that you're a virgin.
For me, I know in relationships I've been in, there were a few relationships where they weren't virgins. Mm-hmm. So it's like I'm still gonna work with it. They're like, you know, and you know, they did what you just said. You know, within like the first 2 days, it's like, hey, Rudy, I'm this, and I'm just like, yeah, you know. And then they know. I didn't even have to say. They knew, and I wasn't rushing into anything, and they can tell. They can tell that, even though, you know, they would let me know, like, hey, and I would be like, hey, let's think about this.
Tiffany Sky said that we're her favorite YouTube couple. Oh, cool. Thank you, Rudy. I think the food is ready, by the way. I don't know if you want to hop in there and get it. I already paid. So
I'll be back.
Yeah, so Rudy will be right back. He's gonna get our food. But hey, Shimzy. Yeah, I mean, I just think it's just really important to have those conversations, you know. Like I said, the majority of the guys that I was with were all virgins. There was one guy who I never really called him my boyfriend, but we did boyfriend girlfriend stuff, and he wasn't a virgin, and I could tell that he was definitely trying to convince me he was trying to convince me to do, and your girl was not having it. So I'd rather just not feel that pressure, because I know myself as a Christian. I know the values I have. Like, I don't want you to feel like you're suffering or to be tempted to go have sex with someone because I'm not giving you stuff. So I would just rather deal with a virgin. That's just what I would prefer if I were a single virgin. Okay, Rudy was never like a big brother to me, more of a sidekick, but he may have to sit me down now, huh? We're doing okay, Serenity. Hey, I know I never respond, and this is a whole different subject. Where did you get your bathing suit from you wore to Puerto Rico? Shannon, if you go to my blog, LarryandRudy.com, then you will see the links to everything. You'll see the link to the villa, you'll see the link to my bikini and all that stuff. Or if you follow me on Instagram, I have links there too. But long story short, I got it from Ramwi. But you can get the direct link to the exact bathing suit on the blog. So, hey, Gaviano. Finally caught the live. Awesome. How did you know he was the one? I feel like we've answered this question a few times. Sorry, guys, we're gonna eat because we're hungry. I knew Rudy was the one because God told me he was the one. You want to turn off the car?
No.
Yeah, turn it off. It's
No.
been running for a while.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm watching it.
Dear, it's okay. It doesn't need to be running. Like, you know?
Okay. I just wanted to get hot for you.
Yeah, it's okay. That's okay. Keep your window open. Yeah, so it's funny because I was just going through our archive of stuff.
Oh yeah, because I've started compiling everything all the pictures and stuff that Larian had since like 2007. Like
We're at Planet Pizza.
I collected everything and I put them in one place. I'm still working on it. So we've been kind of backtracking and looking at some old videos of us and you know how we were, how we are now, like fun things, brought up good memories, and you know we just kept talking about stuff that we've done and stuff that we want to do. You know.
So one of the things that I saw was the old concert where I saw Rudy for the first time and fell in love with him. Yeah.
Oh no, you read the.
No, it was a video. So I saw the video of the concert. This is where I turned around and someone said, "Oh, we'd like to welcome Brother Rudy in the back." And I turned around.
Who took a video of that?
I don't know. I don't remember.
And it was my god sister. It was my god sister that was just like, "Oh, Rudy's here," and I was just like.
And I turned around and I saw him, and a voice in my head said, "That's him. That's the one you gonna marry, girl." Not like that. The voice didn't sound like that, but I was like, "That's him. That's the one I'm gonna marry." So I immediately talked, cause you remember the guy who I said wasn't a virgin? You were inside. He wasn't a virgin. He was trying to get me to have sex with him.
My friend, it was a friend of mine.
Yes.
We're both on the track team.
Okay. So I was currently in that situationship with him.
It wasn't a relationship. Or situationship.
But you know, Rudy, it was.
It
was. I just didn't want to call him my boyfriend because of who he was.
But
he basically
is that how you felt it was?
Yes. He's the one who wanted to call me his girlfriend, and I was just like, but, Anyway, I was with him, and I told his god sister that I wanted to be with him, but I was with someone else. So I messaged him, told Rudy we need to start talking again.
Oh, before she even got to that part where she said we should start talking again, we were doing some weird thing. The concert ended. She was with her cousin. I was with my cousins because they were singing in the same like choir thing, right?
Yeah.
We were just like doing these circle things. I don't know. We were there for a while. You and your cousin were just going like this.
God was doing his work.
And me and my cousin, and I know Larian was talking to her cousin about me, and I was talking to my cousins about her. And we're like pretty much like 10 feet away from each other. It was so weird. I don't know why we did that.
I don't think I was talking to Gina about you. I was talking to Nancy about you. But
No,
what are people saying?
No, but you were with Sheena at that time.
Oh, someone asked something.
I missed all this stuff you
Yeah, sorry guys. We're kind of into our story. Ever felt like level of intimacy is always the same level? Especially knowing you guys never been with anyone else?
Wait,
no.
I don't understand. that one.
Have we felt like the level of intimacy has just been the same? All right,
like stagnant?
Yeah, so here's the thing. Since Rudy and I were virgins, we had a lot of exploring to do. And that's why it's fun to be with someone who's never been with someone, because everything that we learned together. So for like the first year or 2 years of our marriage, it was like, all right, this is cool. And then all of a sudden something changed. I don't know what changed, but all of a sudden the level of intimacy just like boom. And so it stayed at that level for a while, for quite a few years. And then, you know, we try things here and there, and then it would kind of come down to the same level. And then I went to Puerto Rico, and I came back, and the intimacy went to, it went to the third tier. So, and it's been 8 years. We've been married for 8 years. So, like, that's just, I don't know. I don't know if
It's
that's
been
how it is for people.
pretty much. It's been 8 years, and
We ain't tired of each other.
yeah, we're not tired. It gets better and better.
It gets better and
Yeah,
better.
way better and better. I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, me too. I answered your question how God told me. Mukbang.
I didn't get to.
Hello, Risa. Did I already say hi? Hey, Dante. Hey, Cheyenne. Hey, Ambrosia. How did you learn? Books, movies, friends?
Nah.
Well, so both of us, we've spoken about this before, and I'm not ashamed to say it.
Oh.
So both of us had slight porn addictions. As a lot of, honestly, if you are a Christian and you say that you were never addicted to porn, I'm gonna have a little trouble believing you, especially in this day and age, because it's so accessible. You can see it everywhere.
I wouldn't say that.
I would say that.
There are some people that clearly
Yeah.
never came across something like that
Fine,
before.
that's amazing.
But you know,
But I'm just saying it's very common in the Christian community because we're so sheltered, and I think it's something that we really need to open up about, because on the one hand, obviously it's really bad, but I was justifying it by saying I need to learn how to do this. And this was right after I learned what sex was, because up until I was 12 I thought sex was just kissing. Then I stumbled upon some pornography, got addicted to it for a few months, came off it, and then like after high school I fell into a depression, got addicted again, and that's where everything just kind of like. But even when I was watching, I still didn't know what I was doing. Like, pornography doesn't teach you anything.
Mm-mm.
Like, there's nothing.
It's just mental games.
There's nothing that you can read. There's nothing that you can watch. There's nothing that you can do, even to yourself, that will teach you how to be intimate with another human being. Especially if you're doing it like the godly way, which is between a man and a woman and using only the items that you. only your God given stuff.
Yeah, but just.
You know?
If you guys have teenagers, just, be careful with them. Just kind of observe what they might be watching and stuff like that. Because, again, being a 13, 14, 15-year-old boy with high-speed internet, at the time, I think high-speed internet was just, like, kind of really kicking in for me at that time. You stumble across things all the time. Especially, there's this thing that I think they target boys more. Way, way, way more than girls. It's just... especially boys are like into certain cartoons or like anime, especially anime. You'll be on certain sites that you'll find where you're just looking for what you wanted to see. It's there, but the advertisement around them they're just traps to lead you other places, and a lot of boys get caught into that. Like, it's gotta be real careful and strong.
So to answer your question, God's baby, the way we learned is just through practice, trial and error.
Yep.
We'll try this tonight. We'll try this another night.
Maybe 5 times a day. I don't know.
That first night. Just 2 weeks ago, we tried something new that we had been wanting to try this whole time, and it was very interesting. I'll just say that. I thought you would have a part 2 of the Puerto Rico vlog. A part 2?
Don't you have like part 3, 4,
I have
and
4
5?
days. I only posted the first 2 days. Did you guys learn moves from them? Did we guys learn moves from porn? No. No, I don't think. I personally didn't. No, I didn't learn anything.
No, man.
We have had certain apps though, and we've read certain articles about like different like Kama Sutra positions and stuff like that. And we downloaded an app recently. I think I talked about it in a future vlog. It's a Christian app, and they tell you positions too. So pornography definitely didn't teach me. Pornography didn't teach me anything except what not to expect.
Pornography will just mess you up.
It's so unrealistic. It's just so unrealistic. Like, it's terrible, and it's so
It's so bad.
Yeah.
The women in there they're not enjoying themselves. There's a lot of people in there are trapped because that's how they feel like they can make the most money. It's very, very bad.
It's sad
and corrupt. Yeah, it's very, very sad. There was a documentary where they took 3 guys who had an addiction and actually brought them onto the sets, to see what was going on. And 2 out of the 3 were just like, whoa, this is too much. It's not realistic. All the things I was thinking, because again, it's a mental game. You're watching something and you're enjoying it through your eyes and your mind. They were just like, we got to stop. Like, and they totally stopped, you know. And of course, the third one, he was still trapped in this environment. He was really just making excuses, saying like, oh, it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. But he saw how corrupt it was, how terrible it was, how some of the girls came up and was just like, I wish I never got into this, you know. And a lot of these people turn into Christians and they just give up and they try to reverse, people trying to join this industry.
Someone had something to say. She says, so where do you stand on masturbation? So, porn and masturbation kind of walk hand in hand with each other. If you're under the age of 18, I'm really sorry. You should not be... Well, you should be... Actually, no. You should be watching this. I don't think it's something that you should do, especially if you're in a relationship. I think that it's something that you can easily get addicted to. Anything that is addictive, I just don't believe you should do it. As a Christian, especially if you're a Christian, just stay away from it. Because you're not going to just do it once and be like, okay, I've had enough, no more for a year. No, you're going to do it tonight. Then you're going to think about doing it tomorrow. Then the day after that and the day after that. And then the next thing you know, it's just this thing that you're sucked into.
It's just consuming time.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be losing so much.
And your mind is going to be straying away from what it should be focused on.
Mm-hmm.
And which, is our God and your partner. And it's just not something that you want to get wrapped into. I have a cousin on my dad's side. Before he married his wife, single mom of 3 boys and 1 girl, she had to put a block on the TV because her boys were watching it. And at the time, they were less than 10 years. Yep.
You gotta...
Cheyenne wants to know the name of the app. Do you remember what it's called? We have the paid version because we're fancy.
And I have free money from Google by doing... What is it called? Surveys.
Well, Rudy's gonna let you know the name, Cheyenne. Oh my gosh, I saw Vanessa and Edson up close last week and I felt so stupid to not say hi. I felt it would be weird, just like meeting Agnes Michaels. No, that's not weird. She'd love that. What's the documentary? Do you remember the documentary?
Oh, man, if I remember, I'll mention it again. I don't remember the name of the documentary. The app, it's not called Love Nudge.
It's not?
No.
So what's Love Nudge?
Love Nudge is another. Love Nudge is the 5 love languages. So it constructs things for us to do for each other.
Oh, okay. I remember you sent me something from that.
Yeah,
What are y'all eating? Because y'all are making me hungry. Sorry, we're eating chicken parm.
It starts with an I.
Yes, I do think masturbation is a sin. Because it's sex with yourself.
Ultimate intimacy.
Cheyenne, the name of the app is Ultimate Intimacy. Yeah. I hear a lot of stories of women who are affected by their partners watching porn because then the guy will prefer to watch it than be intimate with them.
He's trapped. Yeah, he's trapped. And that's not fun. Being intimate with your partner, your married partner, is the best. Why am I sitting there watching a video of other people doing it when I can be doing it myself?
That's exactly
legally.
That's exactly why I think that you just shouldn't mess with it. It's the same thing that's gonna happen with masturbation. Women are gonna rather do it themselves than let their husband do it.
Yeah, but then you lose touch with the person that you can actually feel and see. They know your name. They come on. Why be fake? You might as well. Don't do it. Don't do it. There's no fun in that. Listen to me.
Well, this was a fun discussion. You guys got anything else you want to talk about? We might have to put this on age restricted.
No? Can you open this, please? I'm gonna take a celery.
I said no celery, no blue cheese.
Excuse me. It's for me.
You guys are quiet. What's going on? You just watching us eat?
I think that's what mukbangs are, right? I don't really like watching people eat like crazy. Sometimes I get absorbed into the conversation.
What if you're single and don't want to sin with a guy? Open your Bible and read it. Pray. Like, that's all
Wait,
I
what?
can say. She said, what if you're single and you don't want to sin with a guy? Honestly, I know that there's a temptation. I can't speak from experience because, like I said, I was a weirdo. And even though I did have porn addictions in the past, I still had no interest in having sex. So I never was like, oh my gosh, I am single. I need a guy. Let me do this
See,
thing.
I mean, I'm same thing for me.
Whenever I did it, it was because of curiosity or boredom or just the devil on my back. So it's not like so in the time when I was trying to come out of that whole dark, super dark time in my life, what I did was whenever I felt like doing anything, either watch something or do something, I turned on gospel music. Like that is what really helped me. And I tried to soak myself in things of God just to like let the desire pass. And then sometimes it worked. Sometimes I just was weak because I was just really
I know
weak.
exactly what you
I
mean.
was just so weak
I know
back
what you
then.
mean.
So that's all I can say.
Oops, oops, oops.
You gotta
Can you
fight
move
it.
this-
And
move this up again?
there's a scripture about whenever you're faced with temptation, God will always provide a way out.
And he
So
seriously does. Like I I think there was a time I was like 14 or something. It was so like blatant that God was just like, "Yo, what are you doing?" You know, I forgot something like fell and it started playing a gospel song. And I wasn't even really listening to gospel song like that when I was like 15, 14. But it's just like, and it was like in Creole, so it was like a Haitian church song came out of nowhere, and it's just like, okay, I get it, I get the message.
yeah. Um, Large, I have something I want to ask, but would rather ask in private. So, is there a way I could talk to you privately? Yeah, you could. If you're following me on Instagram, you can send me a DM or email me, mamalarj@gmail.com. Spicy like Scotch bonnet.
You know,
Wait, spicy? Are you talking about the chicken? Or are you talking about the conversation? Thank you for your transparency and not judgment of me. I
no,
can't judge you because if I'm judging you, I'm judging myself.
exactly. That's the, I wouldn't judge. Like we're here to help, as much as we can. That's it.
If we're talking about the conversation, then yes, I want it spicy like Scotch bonnet. Yes, yeah, man.
But like I was saying, we're here to help. We wouldn't want anybody to go through what we went through, you know, in terms of what we're talking about, and help those that are even might be even in a deeper situation because like it's a deep hole, it's a never-ending hole, and if you can't crawl out, you need someone to come and help you.
And that's the problem that I have with the church. Like nobody wants to talk about it, and you have kids who are sitting in church, and I can tell that they have an addiction to porn. I know it because there was one time when we used to like help out with the youth, and I know that there was this one kid who was I knew it because of the way this person responded to a sound that was made. I was like, this person watches porn. I know it just because of the way you responded to the sound. I know it.
Mm-hmm.
And have we ever talked about pornography in the church? No. Do they talk about it? Like nobody is there. I mean, I can't say because I'm not there at the
Which
youth.
one do you like?
The either one. I can't say because I'm not there now. Like I don't know what they're doing with the youth now. But it's like, can we talk about this openly and just like be real about it and stop being so stuck up? Like, you need people who have had experiences who can help these kids to either not go down the same path or get off the path that they're on. There's a lot of students there's a lot of studies when dealing with porn and married couples, it ends in divorce. Okay. Yes, in church, everybody's so holy, they make you feel so sinful and hellbound. That's right. But you know what? Honestly, I feel like that is our duty, though. We still gotta let you know it's a sin.
Yeah.
And it's a guilt that's kind of eating you alive and making you feel like you're hellbound.
Yeah, but that guilt can mess you up.
But we also need to like give you practical ways to do it. Like when you feel the desire, do this instead. That kind of help instead of I rebuke the devil in the name of Jesus and yeah. I mean that could work too.
Yeah,
but
that
we also
can-
need practical hands-on or
Yeah.
hands off.
Find something to do. Find something to substitute. Go out with your friends. Do something. Go to the movies. Not go to a good movie. you know?
Honestly though, I wouldn't even say that.
No, I mean, okay, maybe those are more examples for me because it was just like, hey, get out, get away from here. And it's not just to distract. It's like,
Which is
hey,
what I did.
replace this. Don't just distract yourself from it because you might go back. You know, it's like replace this with better things. Don't
Yeah.
waste your time.
When you guys come into Jamaica, let me know. Don't forget Starbucks Jamaica, though. I work in a store in Kingston. Yes, we'll definitely let you know.
Oh, that's cool.
I wonder why it isn't talked in church because everybody's so ashamed of it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there are adults in the church that have gone through it and have come out of it, and it's just really
No,
embarrassing
honestly,
to talk
I don't
about.
think so because, like I said, pornography is so accessible today. I
No.
feel like the adults in our church now, like the 50s and 40s, they had magazines. Like,
Yeah, but
they'd
that's
have to go and buy magazines. That's
still an
not as
addiction.
yeah, but it's not as accessible.
No, I understand, but that doesn't eliminate that there are some adults who have possibly gone through that in an older form or older fashion, gone through that and come out of it, and it's still embarrassing because the guilt kills you. You know, so they don't want to talk about it, and sometimes they're the best person to talk to about it.
At the church I was growing in, there's this one guy that's like me. On multiple occasions, I heard him saying he watches porn on the church's Wi-Fi. God would deal with him. That's
Yeah, be
all I have to
careful.
say.
Who in the Bible was doing stuff in the church?
I don't remember.
There was someone that was doing something wrong in the church, and oh man.
Right, solution suggestions, not just don't sin, because they act like they never sin. Exactly. There's a lot of influences everywhere, and it's tough. It really is. Can really see the not so real behind camera YouTube couples. That's one of the things that I can't stand about the Christian couples on YouTube. They're so fake to me. You guys act like you're so perfect. I hate it. Can we be real for 2 seconds? I hate it. Like, stop. I guess I'm in there so much. Oh, I'm sweating.
Told you. Let's not see if you like.
In Brighton outside and feisty boats. Ooh, child. Watching porn on the church Wi-Fi. I can't even think about it. I'm getting so mad.
See, but the thing is, that's a person that's really deep in the hole. That he needs help. He definitely needs help because you're getting to a point where you're not caring about your surrounding. You know, you're pretty much just doing it anywhere. That's really bad.
Yeah. I aspired the love connection you guys have waiting on my mate. Aw, your mate's who come. Your Boaz is coming, don't worry.
He'll come out of nowhere.
Because he's always controlling the him being displayed on the screen and also video the church. I would snitch on him so hard. Girl, I'm not even playing. I'm the kind of person who, I am a whistleblower. I blow that whistle.
Well, I mean, I would blow the whistle too, but like, my intention is not to be like, hey, you're gonna get in trouble. It's just like, hey, this has to be a lesson. You have to see what you're doing. You clearly don't see what you're doing.
I'm also the kind of person who would say something first, and then if you continue, then I'm gonna tell.
Oh, that's a better approach. That's a better approach.
Because I have done that where I'm like, hey man, I saw what you liked, and why are you doing that?
and it makes
then
them
the person
think.
is like, and then I also said something. Somebody posted a video. Was like, that's not cool at all. Like what you said in the video, like that's not cool. Yeah. I know people that have had sex in church. Yeah. That's a pretty common thing, though. I feel like they probably get some kind of rush from it or something.
Yeah.
Because why else would you do that? Like, why? That's so dumb.
We're not saying it's right because I say please respect the Lord.
No, it's definitely wrong. Married,
I know, yeah.
married. Even if you're married, it's
That's what I'm
totally
saying.
wrong.
That's what I'm saying. Married or unmarried. It's
I
just,
wouldn't even make out with Rudy in church.
it's like respect, the Lord's ground,
There's a time and place for everything, and church is not the place for that.
Yeah. Just go home and then do it.
Whoop whoop, blow that whistle. To his mom and others in church, especially his mom, he's a saint, and because his mom strongly dislikes me, I stay from her. Oh, stay away from her.
So it's a challenge to.
But now his social media tells it all because he posts nasty stuff. See, what's done in the dark must come to light.
Especially on the internet. The internet will blow up your spot. Click on the link and hit share by accident. Your life is done right there.
I'm eating these wings now, so now I can't. Oh, this is not mild. It's spicy.
That's not spicy.
Not mild.
Remember, I don't like spicy, so if I'm still alive, it's not spicy.
Has this thing been charging, by the way? No?
No, you just turn it on, so it's charging now.
Guys, I think our conversation is done. That is one of my most pet peeves of my church people. Some of them try to judge other people's kids, and their kids are worse. So, yeah, exactly. How are the boys? The boys are good. This is very spicy. The boys are good. We're trying to get Jonathan into school. I have an appointment at school tomorrow to see if he can get in. I'm praying he does, because him being at home every day is just working on my nerve. I can't. And he's too smart to be at home with me. They really are growing up fast. I can't believe how much time has gone. Crazy. No, Jaden is going to Stanford. Well,
Jaden got accepted to a school.
Jaden is not going to the same school he was going to. He's going to a new school, and then Jonathan's going to join him at that new school next year. Yeah, it's funny when I hear people talk in the church, and I'm like, I know what your kids do. Shut up! Why don't you have this conversation with them? I believe you should love other person's child. I'm sorry, dear. Can you touch it? Because I can't. If you use your knuckle. No.
That's what we look
No.
at.
You went too far up, dear. It's just this one. I believe you should love other person's child just like your own. And even if you dislike a child, don't let it be obvious, especially in church. Amen. Yeah. What's his mom pressed about and you don't even want her son? This was an awesome conversation. Thanks for allowing God to use you both. No problem, Shanice.
That's what we like to do.
Yeah, because I think we've been through too much just to not share,
And sometimes, even though it might be weird to say, I feel like we went through
it for a reason.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Personally, I feel like I wish I could have skipped that and just not deal with it. But if I can tell people that there is a way out, and you can find someone great, why not tell everybody? Because their person's probably right next to them and they don't even know.
Yeah.
I didn't know Larian was like the one. When I saw that she was the one, that was such the weirdest moment. I was in high school, 10th. I was in 10th. She was in 9th. I'm chilling. I'm with the guys. I'm chilling. We're probably talking about video games at the table, and then she walked by. It was such like a movie moment. Like everything slowed down. You had like the white shirt on. You had a ponytail. You had bright colored pants. You were walking with your two friends. Like it's so clear in my mind, and I just remember saying like, "Who is that girl? What's her name?" And it just stuck with me. Like, I don't know her name, but why do I feel like I should know her name? For years. So,
It was nice though. That's true. That's why some young people leave the church because of how others treat them.
Oh, man. And I always feel bad. I don't like that. I want them to come back.
She dislikes me from when I was a child, and now when her son tells her I'm in medical school, she wants to get close, but life doesn't work like that. Yeah. Pastor L&R Tide, thank you.
Ellen.
That's crazy. Couples ministry. That's what's coming.
Yeah,
If you guys watched
hopefully
the live
soon.
stream on Sunday night that I did, then you already know ya tu sabes. You
Yeah.
know what's coming.
But I do like this unorthodox ministry thing that we do. You know, like we're not licensed yet, but
Working on it.
Yeah, working on it. But just being able to just talk and just be real, you know, just like a conversation. I mean, yeah, everybody lives a different place. We're not all together in the room, which I would love if everybody could be together and we just have like a nice, awesome conversation. I would do it. But this is our medium for talking to you guys.
Shout out to all the people who watch and don't say anything because you don't want us to know that you're watching. Shout outs to you because I hope that you got something from this, okay? It's okay.
Oh.
You can say something. I'm not gonna say nothing to nobody, okay? Okay. Alright,
Or you could just nod your head yes silently.
he watched porn but is telling his mom about you. Why he don't tell her about the porn you know watch? Yes, come on here. Oh, the couples will be blessed because of you guys. In Jesus' name, amen.
That's nice to hear. Thank you.
That would be nice. Anyway, guys, the chicken is bunning me.
Are you serious, really? Yeah, I think something's changed. Remember?
And I need some juice.
I remember when
Or
Spice
water.
was like 10 feet close to me, I would like pass out.
I've watched Edmund here since Jaden was a baby. Oh.
That's nice.
I tried to leave the church I was grown in, but my mom doesn't want me to. I don't feel comfortable in that church where the older persons talk so much about you behind your back and in front of you is different. Girl, leave. It's not about your mother, it's about you. Because when you get to heaven, guess what? Not when you get to heaven. When you get to the great white throne judgment, guess what? God is going to judge who? You or your mother? For yourself.
So if you feel like you have to go find the word somewhere else, search for a good spot to get it.
Yeah.
You know, and if you end up going back, that journey of you leaving and coming back was necessary.
You would be leaving for a good reason. It's for your own spiritual growth. So it's not about who wants you to be there or not. It's about what you need for yourself as a Christian in order to continue being, well, not continue being saved because you're saved. But in order for you to have a good, clean, easy-ish walk.
And you know, if you leave, let them miss you. Now they get to focus on their journey. You know, they won't be distracted by what's bothering them about you or whatever. Do your thing. They'll eventually do their thing, you know, and if you guys cross paths, I think things will be better from there.
Jamaicans love spice. Well, the right amount. Not this Jamaican. How do I pray and know someone will be the one for me with flaws and all?
Pray for discernment. And just you want to be able to know, but you might not be able to know right away. You do have to think about what's going on, think about this person and all that, but there's a lot that goes into it. But you definitely have to just pray for God to open your eyes.
Here's the thing, I never prayed for Rudy. I was 18,
Yeah,
remember?
I didn't pray for her either.
I was 18 years old when I spotted Rudy and fell in love with him.
I was like 15.
Yeah.
Right? 15, 16?
Yeah. So the thing about this whole thing is I kind of believe that you kind of just have to go with
You want to say go with the flow.
Yeah, go with the flow of things. And if there are signs, there are signs. It's either the signs are going to say this guy is the one for you, or the signs are going to say, no, this is not the person for you. I never had a doubt in my mind that Rudy was meant for me. Ever had a doubt. There was one time when Rudy did confess to me that he was addicted to porn in the past, and I was a total hypocrite, and I didn't want to talk to him for the rest of the night. But that was the closest I came to doubting, but that wasn't even doubt. That was just me being so holier than thou and highty-tighty and a hypocrite, straight up. Like, it had nothing to do with doubt. So I never had any signs that Rudy, I never thought, oh man, I can't believe this. Rudy might not be the one. So if you're with someone and you're having doubts, then the person is simply put, is the person's just not for you. Because I feel like if you're going on the right path with the right person, everything's just gonna fall into place. It's like the puzzle pieces are gonna be put together by themselves. You're not gonna be having to put so much effort into the relationship. So yeah, pray that God sends you the right person, or pray for the right person. But ultimately, it's all about, like, the journey and seeing if it's meant to be or not.
And God will open up your eyes at certain moments.
Yeah.
Because like for me, there was a weird thing where, I mean, I've been in relationships. I actually could have been in a lot more, but like there was always this thing that kind of held me back. Like sometimes a girl would just come up to me and be like, "Hey, we hang out all the time. Why don't you ask me out?" And I never have like an answer. It's just like something's holding me back. And Larian would be in the back of my mind because who's that girl? What's her name? And I remember Greg. I don't know if you guys remember Greg, the bodybuilder guy, best man at my wedding. He one day we're just chatting, and he had talked about a girl that he had liked at the time, and I was like, "Oh, there are 3 girls. I'm kind of like, I don't know." And he was like, "Whoa, really? Though? So what's wrong with this one?" I was like, "Oh, this, and that." And he was like, "So what's wrong with the second one?" I was like, "Oh, I don't know. Lives far and this, and that." And he was like, "Oh, so about the third one, which was Larianne?" I was like, I don't know. I don't really see anything wrong with her." And then he was like, "Oh, okay, I get it. You're stupid." I remember that clearly. That's exactly what he said. He said, "Oh, okay, I get it. You're stupid." I was like, "What do you mean?" He was like, "You can't find anything wrong with her. So why is it so difficult for you?" And I was just like, I don't know.
Honestly, it wasn't time yet. God still had to work on me.
No, exactly. We still weren't together yet either.
Yeah.
We weren't, we were chatting online, but
God still had to mold you, girl.
Yeah, and then God was still working on me at the time too. But I mean, God still was just like, "Hey, your friend is telling you something. Just remember that moment." And I have.
All right, so I'm just gonna wrap this up because I need to go back to my yard. Shit, he said, "Preach." I want to shout. Oh God. Sweetie, you're gonna make your own decision. Preach. Yes, work out your own soul salvation. I no longer in Jamaica with my mom, but when I go home, I do go to church. Haven't decided which church I want to go in though. I wish he was telling her about the foreign. I left at 16 years old and went to another church to grow. My mom didn't like it, but she respected it. That's
okay, good. That's a sign of growing anyway.
Like when banana is yellow and ripe, then it wither and get black spots like Dalmatian, and then the banana gets soft and chocolate color and tingy. Yeah. When he's not so hot anymore, nobody not gonna want him.
Wait, what's that referring to?
She talking about the guy who watches the porn.
Oh.
She's still mad about that. Keep your eyes on God. There's Mr. Right out there for you. Back then and now, mash up like a banana leaf. So no, we don't want him. It is always men who have duties in the church be the most freaks. Especially the musician. Them nasty, you see? Oh God.
The power of music. You gotta be careful with them.
Alright, well anyway guys, this was very fun, very enlightening. I hope that you guys all enjoy it. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up if you haven't yet. We're gonna sing the goodbye song so I can go on my Love you guys, and I'll talk to you next time. What? 5, 6, 7. So long, farewell to you, my friend. Goodbye for now, until we meet again. It's been great to play and sing together, and now it's time to say goodbye. So long, farewell to you, my friend. Goodbye for now, until we meet again. Goodbye for now, until we meet again. Woo! Let me see what it said. Yeah, good night, good night, good night, good night.
Good night.
Besitos, besitos. Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.